Wedding's still on, but I'm spending the last few nights before with my ex, for closure. I stared at the message like it might morph into something sane. It didn't. I typed the calmest words of my life, do what you need to do, then started making phone calls. Within 2 hours, the venue, caterer, florist, DJ, limo, photographer, bar service, and even the ridiculous ice swan were canceled. Deposits lost? Fine. Cheaper than a lifetime of regret. I left the ring on our kitchen counter with a sticky note. For closure.
The countdown. By that evening, I was at my best friend Jordan's place with him and his girlfriend Rachel, popcorn ready for the incoming storm.
Brooke's bachelorette was in full Instagram sparkle, matching shirts, rooftop bar, tiara. At 9:31 p.m., the venue's auto email hit her inbox. Gretchen, maid of honor, also Derek's sister, yes really, started posting frantic updates, Brooke crying in the bathroom. Mom calling everyone, "Is Marcus with you?" The group chat ignited. Then came the voicemails from Brooke's mother, Helen. "Misunderstanding. Call me. He's ruining my daughter's life. We'll sue for the deposits. We'll have the wedding without him." Derek texted Jordan asking for a man-to-man. Rachel summarized, "He wants permission to crash your wedding after the warm-up at his place." We put Jordan's phone on speaker and listened to the chorus of denial. We did not answer the door. The spin attempt at 6:47 a.m. Thursday, Brooke posted to Facebook, "Our wedding is postponed due to Marcus's mental health. I'm standing by him. Love wins." I responded with one post and 2 screenshots. My fiancée texted that she'd spend the last 2 nights before our wedding with her ex for closure. I canceled the wedding. That's the story. The internet did the rest. Then the plot twist. Derek's father publicly revealed Derek had been lying for months about having cancer, the sympathy hook that reconnected him and Brooke. Photos of Derek at a golf tournament the weekend prior didn't help his case. Brooke deleted, reposted, claimed she'd been hacked, and finally locked down her accounts. Screenshots lived on. The doorstep brigade. That night, the doorbell lit up like a slot machine. Helen, Brooke, Gretchen, Derek, and Brooke herself, still in the tiara. Through Jordan's intercom, they demanded I discuss this like an adult. We declined. Threats of lawsuits followed. Brooke shouted, "I could have had anyone!" I chose Marcus because he was stable. Security was on the way, Jordan bluffed. They left anyway. Brooke's last words, "You'll regret this forever." I doubted it. Rehearsal dinner reimagined Friday afternoon, the country club called. Brooke and her mother were on site insisting our rehearsal dinner was still on and demanding to use my card. I confirmed the cancellation and told the manager to involve police if needed. They did. Later, Brooke's dad, Roger, phoned me, tired, apologetic. "Would you want your son to marry someone who sent that text?" I asked, long silence. "No," he said. Then, quietly, that he and Helen were likely divorcing. It explained a lot. That night, Brooke went live on Instagram from Derek's couch. She called me a coward, said she only wanted honest closure, and introduced Derek on camera as the man who truly loves her. The comments were brutal. Derek tried to end the stream. She panned the room instead. The video was recorded and shared everywhere. The wedding day that wasn't Saturday dawned perfect. Blue sky, crisp air, the kind of day that would have made a planner weep. Instead of vows, I drove to a mountain lodge with no cell service and let the quiet rinse everything off me. Back in the city, 20-plus relatives, assured by Helen that things were back on, arrived at our venue in full formal wear. Unfortunately for them, a tech company had booked the hall for a corporate retreat. Picture a grandmother in a fascinator wandering through a sales funnel presentation. When Derek's father showed up with a gift, he learned in public that his son's wedding was the wreckage of mine. Helen tried to salvage it with, "Derek has cancer." Robert called Derek on speaker. 30 seconds later, he announced to the room, "He does not. He's been lying to manipulate this woman. As of today, he is no longer my son. Security escorted everyone out." Someone filmed the whole thing, of course. It was genuinely the best wedding day I never had. 6 months after closure, I moved into a bright Lincoln Park corner unit and realized how quiet peace sounds. Work improved. Promotion to senior account manager once crisis wasn't my side job. I joined a climbing group. That's where I met Elise, direct, grounded, allergic to drama. Meanwhile, the fallout, Brooke and Derek, on again, off again in Derek's basement apartment. He kept losing jobs. She kept posting soulmate captions that looked like hostage notes. One breakup reportedly involved a PlayStation exiting a second-story window. Helen and Roger divorced. Roger moved to Florida and discovered boats and happiness. Helen discovered budgets. The Morrisons. Robert cut Derek off. Holidays were quiet. Gretchen texted me months later to apologize. I should have seen it, she said. He's always been manipulative. I'm out. Brooke's sister Diana mailed me the gift she'd bought with a note. You deserved better than our circus. They were right, I did. What I learned. I kept replaying one truth until it stuck. Presence matters more than performance. A healthy relationship isn't a constant stress test or a stage for closure tours. It's honesty, attention, and boundaries that don't bend every time an ex texts. Brooke's message didn't ruin my life. It revealed it. I could have stepped into a marriage built on exceptions and excuses. Instead, I chose the exit sign. When friends ask about the almost wedding, I give them the short version. She asked for a pre-wedding sleepover with her ex for closure. I canceled everything. The internet kept the receipts. My life got better. The ring on the counter said foreclosure. It turned out to be true, just not the way she meant it.